Nat, where you at? Welcome to the first episode of AndTheFoul.net video podcast called Full Court Press. Today I'm going to catch up with Hawks import Lance Hurdle, talk to him about how he got to the NBL, where he thinks the Hawks are going to be heading, and what his future goals are.
A couple of tough shots by Wollongong. Lance Hurdle for three. That's good.
On the rebound.
Oh, great move by De Leon.
Now back outside. Hurdle from downtown. He knocks down the three.
Straight points in this stretch to put the Armor up 12-5. Lance Hurdle joining in on the fun. He hit not once, not twice, not thrice, but 4 threes in the first half.
Yeah, so how did coming to Australia come about? Like, how did you end up coming over to the Hawks?
Well, my agent knew Gordy for the longest, and this is my 4th year professionally playing ball, and my agent was trying to get me out here for a few years now.
Oh, really?
And well, they had Maddie, the legend.
Yeah.
And then they had their point guards already. So this year, just when Maddie retired, it just opened up an opportunity for me to come out here. So it was a blessing.
Yeah, great. Where'd you play before in Wollongong?
The D-League in Springfield, Massachusetts for the New Jersey Nets minor league team.
Oh, yeah, great.
Yeah.
Did you play? Is this like your first pro job out of America?
Yeah, it's my first time overseas, period.
Oh, really?
Like first time out the country. So it's a little different in the States, but I'm starting to adjust to it, get used to it now.
Where are you from originally in the States?
Because
you went to Miami, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to Miami.
Yeah,
I was born in Jersey and grew up in San Diego and went to school in Miami.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you know anything about Australia before you came over?
That's the stereotypes, the kangaroos,
Yeah.
and all that. But as I came over, I realized I haven't seen one yet.
No, we don't have any in Wollongong.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
So yeah, I want to see one before. I'm gonna go to the zoo in Sydney.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, did you know anything really about Australian basketballers or anything like that?
Well, actually, in the D-League, I played with Sid. Sid Jackson's one of my good friends.
Oh, really? Oh.
So before I came over here, we was talking a little bit, and he said we're gonna beat y'all, but we beat them twice in the preseason. But we're not gonna mention that. But he's a good dude. But he was telling me about the league and telling me I'm gonna have fun. And also Jerry Smith, who played for the Breakers during the summer.
Yeah.
I played with him last year, and he told me I would love the league as well. So, and then obviously talking to Gordy and getting more information, and I just got excited, and I started looking up the league more, and it's a great league. I think it's one of the best leagues in the world, to be honest.
Yeah, that's something I was going to ask you before. How does it compare to a lot of like even the D leagues? Because a lot of people in Australia seem to think that, well, because we live in Australia, we always seem to think we have the worst of everything. But when I think the NBL's like talent level is right up there, like better than a lot of leagues, better than what people think. But what do you think it is compared to like the D League?
Yeah, I think it's great. It's right up there. Obviously, the D League has, they're starting to send a lot of guys down from the NBA, so it's starting to become more NBA players. But the NBL is right up there. I mean, there's a lot of guys in our league that can go and play in the NBA right now and be really good. Obviously, Sid, he played there. Idris can play. Gary, can do the same thing. There's a lot of other guys. Ozzy, Sav. Those guys will because they're smart. And that's one thing that I realized being over here, that they play with their heads. They're smart. Laz has a great IQ, high IQ. He's always taking notes, and so they can easily play in the league over there. I mean, they will definitely be able to play.
The shot clock gets inside 10. Hurdle puts it on the floor, pulls up for the 3. Nice strike, and knocked it down.
Corin Henry on Reese Martin. Got into a little bit of foul trouble.
Almost a second assist for James Harvey.
Extra pass goes to Lance Hurdle, and he drills the line.
Is that something you want to do after this season or whatever? Maybe head back over there and see if you can crack it, or?
Yeah, I just try to sneak my way in there. Maybe be a utility guy at first. Just be a defender, a hustle guy, and then just show what I can do. And just sneak my way in the free agent workouts, get on the summer league team, and then hopefully make it. If not, I would love to come back over here before a year.
Yeah. Have you ever made a summer league camp, like a roster or anything?
No, there's a lot of questions about that. I mean, I always sit and wonder why, but it's all in God's hands. I just do what I can.
Yeah, sure. So after this season, if you don't, go back to the States, and would you prefer, even if there wasn't a spot on the Hawks, would you still like to stay in Australia, or?
At the end of the day, there's a business, but I would love to see what the Hawks is first. I would love to come back to the Hawks. I don't care how much, don't worry about that. I love the city. I love the environment, Coach Gordy, the players. So if I don't make the NBA, I would like to come back to the Hawks.
Yeah, great. Yeah. So where do you think the team's sort of heading, I guess, this year? Like, a lot of people think, after the fast start, everyone's jumping on the bandwagon straight away and saying best team in the league and whatnot. But where do you think the team sits at the moment?
I think we sitting pretty good. Obviously 5-1, but we understand it's a long season, and we're just taking it a week at a time. Some great teams. Like Sydney. They're a great team. So we don't necessarily look at the record, but I think we got quite a ways to go. But we're gonna get there, and I think if we keep developing the way we are, I think we'll be right there at the end.
Who do you think's the biggest? No pun intended, but who do you think is the biggest hurdle? I guess, like, which team's the biggest hurdle to get through, like, to get to the championship this year? You reckon?
Well, I know it sounds like a cliche, but all of them. But because any team can beat you at any given night. But obviously the Breakers, Perth, Sydney, and then Adelaide is very scary. I mean, they on paper is unbelievable. And then you have Cairns, who's dangerous. They come and play, they can be dangerous. And Townsville. I don't want to play them right now because they're looking for their first win. Yeah. So they're gonna be hyped, and so.
Yeah, definitely. Do you follow the NBA much these days?
Yeah. Oh, and I meant to mention Melbourne with Johnny.
Oh yeah, Johnny Flynn. Yeah.
They looked good the other night, so they're looking real scary. So every team, but the two, obviously the Breakers and Perth are the two teams that everybody's trying to go after.
Have you gone up against Johnny before? I can't remember if he was playing in the D League. I think he did.
Yeah,
he
played
after tables.
he played a couple times in the D League. Minnesota sent him down, but I didn't play against him. Yeah.
Do you think he's still? A lot of people have questions and stuff about him with his hip injury and whatnot. But I don't know. Do you reckon that he could still play sort of, I guess, this sort of level and dominate the NBA?
Definitely. I mean, he's a beast. I mean, I watched him play at Syracuse. I watched him play in the league. He's a beast. He's good. So yeah, he's gonna be good. I mean, he's good right now, so I'm not worried about it. He's not worried about it. He's alright. Yeah.
So who's your favorite player growing up?
Jordan.
Oh really?
Jordan. There's no better player than Jordan in my eyes. Yeah.
Is that who you tried to pattern your game after when you were a youngster growing up, I guess?
No, when I was young, I just played. I really didn't try to watch anybody, but obviously everybody wanted to be like Mike, but I never really tried to pat my game after him.
Yeah.
Now I try to be, I watch a lot of Derrick Rose because, he's just quick, fast.
Yeah.
So I try to pat my game a lot after him, but other than that, growing up, it was just Michael Jordan, everything, yeah.
Have you played up against many of those NBA players?
Yeah, I played a lot of, during the summer in Miami, they have a Miami, kind of like a summer workout session. One of our trainers, his name is Irv, he works out Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, LeBron came down there and played pickup with us. So I played against those guys, and they're amazing, but, there's some of those guys are just on a totally different level.
Yeah,
like LeBron.
Yeah.
He's a man-child. And then Kevin Durant, he doesn't miss.
So where do you think that, I guess, your game needs to develop to get to that level?
Well, I probably just got to run a team. In the league, I played point guard all my life. And in Miami, I was a point guard. And then when I got to the D League, there's so many point guards, especially coming up, and then they're sending point guards down. So if you wanted to stay on the team, because we can only hold 10 players, and if you got hurt, you got released. And if if I wanted to play and stay on the team, I had to play the two. So I just developed, jump shot and everything. But to the league, the scouts have said, you got to be able to run a team. You know what I mean? Just make sure the bigs. If I play like on the Heat, I gotta know when I give LeBron the ball, or when I just gotta know all of that. So my IQ gotta get higher and learn how to run the team.
So when you played in the D League, what was like? A lot of people don't really know, I guess, the day-to-day life of balling when you play in the D League. They seem to think that it's like, you know, exactly like the NBA sort of thing. But
Yeah.
what's the, I guess when you wake up in the morning, what was your day-to-day duties in the D League?
We'll wake up around 8. I'll wake up around 8, eat breakfast. Practice was at 9:30. We'll have practice. Then the rest of the day we'll just chill. After 2.5, maybe 2-hour practice, depending on what part of the season we were in. We'll have like a community appearance later, a few of the guys. And then we'll just be chilling. Then maybe Tuesday we'll have a game. Wednesday we'll have another game. It'll be back-to-back nights. Thursday we'll fly out. Friday we'll play another game. Saturday we'll play another game.
Oh, wow.
Sunday we'll fly back home. Monday off. Tuesday right back at it. But it was just different days. We normally play Friday, Saturday, but it was always a back-to-back.
What were the crowds like over there? I mean, I've never been to a D-League game, just seen it on the net and stuff, and I see some games where there's like decent crowds and there other games where there's no one there. But when you turn up and there's no one there, do you just don't care because you're just playing the D-League and it's just...
It depends on what city you're in. Like Maine, they had the best crowd. They always sold their arena out. Sioux Falls always had a great crowd because it just depends on what city you're in. Springfield, we had a great crowd because it's the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
They're great fans, and whether we was winning or losing, they will always come out. But when we were winning, they would sell the place out and it would be loud in there. So they had a great crowd.
Yeah,
Actually, my rookie year, we played at Staples Center. And I remember we played, and the only people that were in there was right before the Laker game. We played in there twice. Right before the Laker game, it was just us, the other team, and the people at the scores. So it was like a practice in that big old Staples Center. And then one night we played after the Laker game, and they allowed some people to stay, and it was kind of loud. One side was filled up. But it was a good experience playing on that court. I'm Lance Hurdle. You're watching AndTheFoul TV.
Like they're the chosen ones or something. Your dream happens to be my nightmare. Working 9 to 5, fuck, I'd rather die here. I'd rather wait for the train and just lie there. Tried to do the job thing, I just lost my mind there. Feels like I'm wasting days away. Haze wasting away, the rest are waiting graves. I've seen them creating slaves. Teaching life, we all wired the same. Telling kids they're stupid, cause they can't learn their way. Same bullshit lies that they print on page. Fucking grade 6, fucking 12 years old. I was told I'd amount to nothing.
Good defense, Jamal Wilson looks to go.
So I hit these streets with these homemade bombs. Take to the place where my homeland was. Set it off. I'ma tear it down. You're gonna feel it now. You're gonna feel it now. So I hit these streets with these homemade bombs. Take to the place where my homeland was. Set it off. I'ma tear it down. You're gonna feel it now. You're gonna feel it now.
That was Wollongong Hawks import Lance Hurdle, and next week we have rookie sensation from Cairns, Cameron Glidden. I'll be having a chat to him after the Hawks game in Wollongong. And to finish things off, going to go to a segment called Remember When. I'm going to go right back to the early 90s when this video game first came out. It's called Scottie Pippen Slam City. It was out in the Sega Mega System, I think Mega CD. And if you ever played it, it was terrible. No one I knew could ever beat the computer. I think I got on maybe a 2-game winning streak or whatever it was. I beat 2 people 1-on-1. And that was the most I've ever beaten anyone in this game. So frustrating, but it's a blast from the past. Until next week, thanks for watching.
Your ball, Junior. Lock you up. How'd that one taste? Let's go.
See what you got, champ. Yo, this $5 go buy some game. See what you got, Ace.
Outstanding.
See what you got. Let's go. Got lucky, Wally. Let's go.
I loved how you forced him to go all the way over you on his dunks.
You can't change a bet. No, I didn't. I just made another bet that's opposite of the last one, but for the same amount as the first one.